Hi campers, I'm Alex. I'm one of the counselors at the J.C. Abrams Day Camps, and I'm so glad you could join me again for story time tonight. So grab a blanket, get comfy cozy, because tonight we're going to be reading Big Al and Shrimpy by Andrew Clements and Yoshi. In the wide blue sea, there was a very clever fish named Shrimpy. You could not find a smarter fish. But Shrimpy was also very, very small. Shrimpy wanted to be like Big Al, but no one wanted to be friends with a tiny fish like him. So Shrimpy was lonely, and he cried little salty tears into the big salty sea. One day, all the fish said, "Let's play tag." Big Al said, "Me too." And Shrimpy said, "Yeah, me too." When the game started, Big Al was it. Big Al was fast, but he couldn't zigzag. He couldn't tag anyone except for Shrimpy. Then Shrimpy was it. Shrimpy was too slow. He couldn't catch anyone. But Shrimpy was smart. He waited at just the right place, and then he tagged Big Al. All the other fish said, "No fair. Shrimpy and Big Al are just tagging each other." So Big Al and Shrimpy had to leave the game. And that's when Big Al and Shrimpy became best friends. For Shrimpy, it was great to have a big, strong friend. Shrimpy could fly through the water faster than ever before. Shrimpy always had plenty to eat. And Shrimpy went new places with Big Al. One day, Shrimpy and Big Al went to the edge of the Big Deep. Shrimpy had never seen the Big Deep before. The Big Deep was too scary. But not now. With Big Al next to him, Shrimpy felt just fine. They went right up to the edge and looked over. It was dark in there. The Big Deep went down and down and down. It went down so far that some fish said that there was no bottom at all. Shrimpy said, "Could you push a rock down there?" Big Al puffed himself up and said, "Sure I could. Just watch." Big Al pushed a round green rock. He flipped his tail and he flapped his fins. The rock moved a little, and then it went over the edge. Big Al and Shrimpy listened. The rock tumbled down and down and down. Then all was quiet again. Shrimpy said, "That was great." Big Al smiled and puffed himself up. He said, "Watch this. I'll push another one, even bigger." Big Al pushed on a huge white rock. He flipped his tail and he flapped his fins. The rock moved a little and Big Al pushed harder. Then over the edge it went, but Big Al said, "Oh no, help!" His fin was stuck in a crack on the rock. The rock went tumbling down into the Big Deep, and Big Al went with it. Shrimpy was scared. He swam back to get all the other fish. "Come quick, we have to help Big Al." All the fish came to the edge of the Big Deep. One fish said, "We can't go down there, it's too deep and dark." Everyone was ready to give up, but not Shrimpy. He said, "We have to help Big Al, and I know how." Halfway down in the Big Deep, it was almost dark. Big Al saw a fish, and all at once he didn't feel so big. He wanted to swim home to his friends, but he couldn't. His fin was still stuck, and the white rock was caught on a big shell. If he pulled too hard, the shell might come loose. Big Al was scared. He did not want to go down deeper. And what if that giant fish got hungry? Suddenly, just above him, Big Al saw a light. The giant fish saw it too, and he swam away fast. The light came closer and closer. It was a lanternfish, and Shrimpy. Shrimpy looked at the rock, and he looked at the shell, and he looked at Big Al's fin. Then Shrimpy gave some orders. 10 little fish held the shell, and 10 little fish held the white rock. Then Shrimpy and 10 other little fish pulled on Big Al's fin. Pop! It came loose, and just in time. The white rock wobbled, and then it tumbled down to the deepest part of the Big Deep. Then Shrimpy told everyone to turn around. The chain of fish swam up and up and up, and Big Al followed Shrimpy and headed for home. There was a party that night. Everyone was so happy that Big Al was safe, but the guest of honor was Shrimpy, the little fish with big ideas. The end. I hope you enjoyed the story and have a fantastic night. Good night, campers.